So this year's exhibition at the American Museum is called Hatched, Matched, Dispatched and Patched. And it's a celebration of major milestones in people's lives, births, marriages, deaths, as explored through textiles. People start by coming through into the exhibition in the hatched section, where we explore birth and christenings. They'll see a wall of flying christening gowns, some baby bonnets, and also a few gifts that would have been given as christening gifts. One of my favourite items in the exhibition, and the great thing about exhibitions is that you can show pieces that you can't usually show in the main collection, is a pincushion that's nearly 200 years old. And this was given in celebration of a birth after the baby was born. It was tradition to give pincushions, but not before the birth, because more pins meant more pain. So didn't want a painful labour, so pins weren't given until after the birth. Another item that we have that's never been on display before is a wedding dress that was quilted by Amy Ems. And Amy Ems was instrumental in the British quilting revival. She set up quilting clubs in the northeast of England in the 1950s, teaching women how to quilt and encouraging them to embrace this tradition that has a very strong root in the northeast of England, and just reviving that. And this dress was made by the bride. She got married in the 1970s. It's a satin dress, and it looked quite unassuming to me when I had photographs sent, but once I put it on the mannequin and saw it on a person's form, it suddenly got a new life, and certainly those that have already come in to see the exhibition really enjoy seeing that piece. It's beautifully quilted and has some lovely symbols, horseshoes quilted around the train, as well as more traditional quilting patterns like the feathers that are up the front of the dress. So finally, visitors go through to the dispatched room, and this is where we have a display of mourning wear and mourning quilts. One of the most moving pieces in the collection is in our dispatched room, and it's quite an unassuming piece. It's an embroidered tablecloth that's covered in signatures, and it was made by Helen Slater, and during the Second World War she worked for the American Army in Cheltenham. She got engaged to an American serviceman called Jack Carpenter, and he and his friends all signed the tablecloth, and Helen embroidered the signatures. She learnt that Jack had been killed in action and was unable to bring herself to finish the tablecloth. And you can still see the needle in the tablecloth where Helen left it, overcome by grief. She folded it up, put it away with a book that Jack had given her before he left for the D-Day landings. And it's her very personal, very private commemoration and memory of Jack and their love and also her loss. And I think it contrasts really starkly with the examples of very public mourning that we have in the end case, where there are beautiful examples of beaded mourning wear, which are very much about showing everyone else your grief, whereas this is a very private, personal story. I wanted to invite our visitors to share their family memories with us. And so within the gallery is a family tree, and on the tree are little paper leaves, and people can write and leave their own memories, celebrations, ways that they remember their loved ones that they have lost and that are still with them, and just tie it and add it to the tree. At the heart of this exhibition is very much the story of individuals and their personal experiences. And I have very much enjoyed sharing the stories of individuals through these textiles. And I hope that our visitors will be inspired to share their own personal stories with each other, with us through the leaves on our tree, or maybe with our volunteers, members of staff that they meet. I think it's a nice opportunity for people to talk about those things and just keep the memories alive.